everybody, what's up? Welcome to G.W.R. Gonzo's Wrestling Room live. Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. We got a big show for you today as we have special guest pro wrestler Jon Scrutch. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Real good. How y'all doing?
And we're doing good. We're also joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez, as normal.
Yep.
You doing all right, Dad?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
All right, I'll let you go. You go ahead first, Dad, while I get this shared out.
Okay. Well, how long you been a professional wrestler?
Oh, I've been doing this for 5 years now. Going on 5 years. It feels like it's been longer, but 5 years, as a lot of people probably can't say they made it to five, let alone, at least one.
Where'd you get your main training at?
I trained at Project Revolution Wrestling. That's my home fed. My main trainer is Ivan Jerome Tooks, also known as Chi-Town T. Been in the business for over 25 years. Willie the Bomb Richardson is also one of my main trainers who have also been doing it for 25 years. And another well good wrestler and trainer in Matthew Docker. He was doing for like 15 years, more than 15.
So, what got you into professional wrestling?
Well, I was always a big fan of wrestling, like since I could remember, and I always wanted to try it, but it got me a little nervous because I'm kind of one of those guys who was willing to try crazy things. But ever since like when Owen Hart passed away in '99, it kind of put me back, maybe back up a little bit. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this until I ran to somebody who was actually a pro wrestler named Big L Brooks. And I asked him all type of questions, like almost every fan would, like, what do you do? How you do this? How can you protect yourself? And then he just told me where to go. And since then, I'm just, I got hooked to it.
What was the probably the hardest thing to learn about being a pro wrestler?
Just at first, it came with time is protect your opponent because you want to make it look real as possible, but not hurt them. And at the first year or so, I was kind of like a little bit too stiff. But as I grew and started to learn more, it's easier to. It got more easier how to protect them and still make it look like you hurt them.
Okay. Yeah, I like matches that are, I don't want to say stiff, but I like them to look real. I like them hard hitting. That's kind of style I kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have did you have any favorite wrestlers growing up or promotions that you like the best? Or
I mean, everybody watched WWF back in the day and WCW. I mean, those were like the main things when I was growing up. And then seeing like the Impact promotion, Impact, and the AEW now. It's like I like all type of wrestling, but my all-time favorite is The Undertaker, and it's all because of his work ethic, his character work, and how he get involved. And it's just like seeing him. And crazy story, real quick. I used to be scared of him when I was a kid. Like I used to have nightmares, like legit nightmares. But it never stopped me from liking him. From what he became from the dead man to the biker, and then revert back, but still hybrid himself together. He's my all-time favorite.
yeah, it's you go back and watch his wrestling to when he first started as the Undertaker, and then as he progressed, how his move set progressed. He was when he first came in, he was his movements were more stiffer, zombie like, powerful, but then as he progressed, you start seeing him do some high flying stuff and doing different things. So his character definitely progressed, and I think the greatest character of all time. I don't
It
know who
definitely
even
is.
comes close to the Undertaker.
Definitely the best character of all time, and like ain't nobody close, and unless Bray Wyatt come back, and then if he could actually establish the Fiend character, then he could be in that same conversation. But until then, Undertaker is the best character of all time.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
No, I was just saying the way what you said about him and being able to evolve. I think he's done that. I think you're right. He's done that probably better than anybody because he could go from the dead man to the American badass to he was able just to transform himself in a lot of different ways.
Yes, he can, and that's what made him one of the goats. Like a lot of people gonna say he is the goat. Some people say he's not because you got Sean, Brett, Stone Cold, The Rock. All in that same conversation. But if you look at his body of work and how he, like you just said, evolved and just changed his character, it's
And
like
also for as long as he did it. Shawn Michaels' career, I know that he started in, probably 83, 84, but he really didn't get big until really huge until really around 95, 96, 97, where it really got huge. Undertaker
mm,
had a pretty good career. Not too many people have a career like that. Stone Cold, the main part of Stone Cold's career, he was around and was still a real good wrestler before that, but Stone Cold, the main part of Stone Cold's career in WWE was what, 5 or 6 years? The Undertaker for 30 years. It's pretty unbelievable.
he started in 1990 and been Undertaker since then, and he stuck with it. So that's the one thing I can say. He stuck with his character, and every other character, everybody else changed and did this and did that. Sometimes it took some time. Undertaker, it hits right then and there. So can't say thanks to Mark Calloway. You got to say thanks to Vince McMahon as well for creating this character.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think is the hardest thing about the independent wrestling business?
Ooh, right now, honestly, like just right now, I think the hardest is just try to get noticed. Like we got a few people in the industry right now in the indie scene is noticed. Like you already know who they are, like the Mike Bennett's and the Bull Sawyers. With like when you really trying to get your name out there and you want to impress the promoters, like that's kind of be the hard part because they already got their homegrown guys. Like me, I don't. As long as my talent is good enough for them, I can work with anybody. So I guess that's pretty much the hard part is just getting your name there.
Have you wrestled in any other states than Illinois?
I had wrestled in Wisconsin and Indiana, but I'm only 3 states I had wrestled so far. I'm trying to get to Tennessee. I did a 1 day training in Nevada, but I can't say I had wrestled there yet. But those pretty much my goals is to go to Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, pretty much all over the country so they can know who I am and everything. But until then, the main three is Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana.
We got
Thank you,
Marcus
Marcus.
Fine in here. He said your match with Pookie was awesome. And then
It definitely was.
Kelly Fine said
That was
hi.
fun.
Roger Moore said hi. Where did you wrestle at, in Indiana?
We was in Gulfport. That was my first time being in that town of area. Plus, I had another show that same day in Odin, Indiana, which was like an hour drive from where we was at. But overall, from where I'm living, it's a 3 to 4 hour drive. But I don't mind driving because I love to travel. I fell in love with traveling at a young age, and like me traveling, I could travel 10 hours or 12 hours. It don't matter as long as I got a guaranteed spot and be able to get paid for it, and also just to have fun with it.
Is there any wrestlers that you kind of modeled your style around?
Well, Undertaker is one because I love his flying clothesline, and he do it with a flip, so I actually do mine with a flip. But every other move besides Undertaker, I have D'Lo Brown, CM Punk, The Rock, and it was a lot. It's a lot of wrestlers, and you're trying to be original, and it's kind of hard to be original because it's already been done. But if you could mix something of your favorite wrestlers, then you could, make it your own.
Yeah.
What has been your biggest match probably up to this point?
Well, there's two, but the one right now by far is like a little bit ahead. Is my match with James Ellsworth. That was my very first time wrestling somebody who have been in WWE and been in the WWE for a nice little long time, and the match was great. I had fun with him. He enjoyed my work, and in fact, he invited me and some of my PRW roster to a show in September 10th. in Moline. So be checking out for that.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
And thank you, Hollywood House. We appreciate it.
yeah, definitely.
Is there any like guys on the independent scene that you haven't got a chance to wrestle yet that you kind of like have your eye on that you would like that you want to wrestle or work with one day?
Oh yeah, I made that list on my Facebook page, and I'm gonna make another one soon. The year's over with, but obviously I got a nice list. I want to actually go one on one with Sam Knight. We've been talking about it. It's gonna happen. One of these days it will happen.
I like
Of
Sam.
course,
Sam's a good guy.
yes he is. He's definitely a good friend. Big shout out to him. Uh, Jake St. Patrick is another guy. I met 2 years ago and watching him work, and I'm like, man, I would love to be in the ring because both are, I'm a little bit bigger and taller than him. Like we could mesh well in the ring. And actually, there's two women wrestlers I want to be in the ring with, and that's Mickey Knuckles and Rachel Armstrong. Those two right there, like to me, like top tier female, especially Rachel because she's only a year in, but she looked like she's been working 10 years.
Yeah,
So
we
those are pretty much the female wrestlers I want to face, and pretty much Sam Knight and Jake is my top two. But there's pretty much a long list that I would like to wrestle.
You said the match with Ellsworth was your probably your biggest match. Do you have a favorite match?
My favorite match that I have done so far. Oh man, it's so many of them. Like I really like enjoy all my matches, but the one I think it was close to my heart is my triple threat match when I won the PRW Heavyweight Championship with John Francis and Akua. And it was the first time I don't think ever in wrestling history that we had a two fall triple threat match. Like you had in WrestleMania 2000 with Angle, Jericho, and Benoit, but it was just for two titles and it was just two falls. IJ was it was supposed to be best 2 out of 3, but how to be 2 out of 3 with three people already there. So pretty much it's like you just got to get two falls before the other one, and that's pretty much my favorite because we did things something we never you will probably never see in wrestling ever.
Marcus Fine said, "What about Dex Royal and Blake Money Right?"
Hey, if they see me work and they know how I am, I'm willing to work with anybody. So Dex, Blake, hey, that's all that matters. I work with anybody. I can work. I wrestle a broom and still have fun with it.
And when you mentioned Rachel Armstrong, we actually got the first show that we live streamed and done live commentary on was our first time getting to see her wrestle, and it was actually her third match ever.
Yeah.
And to see her growth from now to then, you're right. You can't tell she's only a little over a year in.
Mm-hmm. And she's just so talented. Her two matches with my best friend DJ the Disaster is just like you could just see just the chemistry right there. And they only did two matches overall, and you just tell like, man.
We got to see DJ the Disaster in Jeffersonville, Indiana, one night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's my
we
best
actually we didn't get to live stream it because we didn't have internet, but the show's actually up on our YouTube and yeah, I know it's on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's my. I don't try to boost my best friend like that, but she's one of the best in the Midwest. I tell her that every day, and I tell everybody else that asks me who you think the best female wrestler, and I'll tell them it's DJ the Disaster. She got a nasty spear. Her her character is just oof, like it's scary. It's like it's funny that we was doing a promo class with Mike Bennett with one of his seminars, and she did a promo off me, and Mike Bennett got scared. So if you could get Mike Bennett or any type of top guy scared of you like that, it's something.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, my match then I would like to see is you and DJ as a tag team partners against Dex and Rachel Armstrong.
Oh,
Hey, that would be nice. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Me and her is actually a tag team in JICW. We're a little team together, and but we also had a little rivalry back in 2019. Well, it was 19 or 18. It was either 18 or 19. I got the whole playlist on my YouTube channel where the story is like me and her don't like each other, but then it got personal where I'm dating her sister, Baby Disaster, and she don't like that because she don't like me. So she brought her husband involved, and now me and the husband fighting. And y'all gotta check out the playlist. Look up Scratch versus DJ and check out the playlist, and y'all be entertained.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's Jon Scrutch. It's on everything is
It's
Jon
Jon
Scrutch.
Scrutch.
Yeah,
Check that.
everything is Jon Scrutch except for Go Hard, except for Snapchat. My Snapchat is Go Hard Scrutch.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out probably the night after we get done with this while I'm getting ready for my sports show tonight. But I forget what I was going to ask you. Oh no, what was the hardest thing to learn when you got into training? When you started training to be in the wrestling business, what was the hardest thing to learn?
It was pretty much two things. It was the bumps, because it's like certain bumps you got to take, and you got to take it the right way. You just can't do every bump the same way. And chaining. Chaining was like, you see it on in TV. It's like, oh, arm ring and all that, but it's more to that. Like, you got to make sure you able to dance with them and know what you're doing, and not try to hurt them as well. Because there was times that I did an arm ring and it was too hard, and it was like ease up a little bit. So that was the two challenges, but then I think I perfected them now. So
Do you like being have you been both the baby face and a heel? And if you have, do you have a preference on what you do?
be honest, I have did both. Starting my career, I was a heel, but then my promoter saw the baby face in me, maybe because how I look and everything, but then how I was selling. So he made me face, and I've been face since. But I ain't gonna lie, I prefer to be face, but I don't mind I'm willing to be heel. At fact in WCWO, I was a heel there, and I'm gonna still continue to be a heel there. But it's kind of hard because people from the Southern Indiana place like EPW, JICW, they come to WCWO and watch, and they see me and they want to cheer me so bad, and it's like it's hard like not to get liked, but I'm willing to do both. I'm willing to involve, so like whatever feels organic and true, I would definitely do it.
We like going down there to WCWO. We try to get down there anytime we can.
Yeah, I love their environment. Like as soon as I first got there, Cecil Guerrero, he invited me and DJ, and that's how DJ got a chance to wrestle Rachel, and I was just in a tag team match, and it's just like the environment is very good. Like you just feel like you're at home. So big shout out to the whole roster in WCWO. I can't wait to come to try to get a Friday off. Once I get a Friday off, I'll be down there.
Oh yeah, it's like it's basically just a big family down there. We've got an opportunity to broadcast a couple of shows down there for them, and we always have a blast when we go down there.
Yeah, it definitely is fun there. Yeah, like I said, I can't wait to get down there again. It's gonna happen soon, but until then, they still doing big things, and I just like I said, I just enjoy their environment.
If you got a choice, somebody came to you tomorrow and said, "Hey, you've made it, but you can pick what big promotion you could wrestle for. What promotion would you go for?"
To be honest, whoever won me the most. I mean, I can't just say, "Oh, I go." If I have to choose, I mean, it's ultimate. It got to be WWE. Like I grew up watching them. I grew up watching from the mid-90s to now, and I still do to this day. And it's just like every time I watch, I'm like, man, I would love to be there. Just even if not even being in the main event, just to be there and just do like the 24/7 stuff, or even with Xavier Woods and doing his up, up, down, down, just be part of that family. I think that environment would be cool. So WWE, but like I said, whoever wants me the most, no matter if AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, Major League Wrestling, whatever wants my talent, I'm willing to go.
I like Major League Wrestling. The pandemic really hurt them. I thought they was moving along really well, and I think the pandemic kind of hurt their progress. But I like MLW a lot. I watch all wrestling. Chris knows. I watch everything
You don't miss a night.
every night. I watch independent. I mean, I watch MLW, NWA, Impact, all the WWE, all AEW. So I watch it all.
Oh, when I first started doing the podcast and we started going and live streaming these shows, he was just going with us so he could go watch the shows. He wouldn't do anything with the show. Guy that started with me was helping me. Well, then that guy kind of left. So then dad jumped in and started helping me. But hell, he was happy just going to all the shows and getting to watch. He didn't care if he had to talk or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Yeah,
So Tony watches everything.
And that's good. Like I try to catch up on a lot of stuff. If not, I still go back and watch, everything old school, no matter what, just to like understand the concept and the stories and stuff.
If you could have a dream match with, and you can do more than one if you want to do 2 or 3. I know probably Undertaker might be one of them for you since you're such a big fan. But
of course, Undertaker.
Yeah, dead or alive, any promotion. Who would, I mean, if you had an opportunity to wrestle anybody, what maybe 2 or 3 people would it be?
Okay, well, there's pretty much 3. One is also on the table. I'm gonna just go ahead and pick 3 anyway. The other one is Eddie Guerrero. I think me and him will have a hell of a match. Like he'll try to lie, cheat, and steal, and I'm gonna just catch on. Like, you know what? I know what you're doing, and I'll try to outdo it. I think that'll be fun. Another one I just said in another interview not too long ago is CM Punk. CM Punk is from the north side of Chicago. I'm from the south side of Chicago, so why not just have 2 sides collide? And I think that would be fun. I think the crowd would be split. It would be like the World Series that had the White Sox versus the Cubs. So that would be unique. And then the other one, my other dream matchup, it would be D'Lo Brown. Like that's one like everybody got their main favorite, like The Rock and Stone Cold. And I mean, I like them too, but like my main favorite was D'Lo Brown. I just love how he worked and his character, and like man, I'm like that's who I want to be. That was the one I want to be. I want to be D'Lo Brown. Like that's the guy. So those my dream matches like that.
D'Lo's very underrated. He don't get the credit he deserves.
No, you don't, man. It's like he's very very, very man. I watch his matches every day. That's why I did a leg drop. Marcus will tell you I did a leg drop. You know how you do his little shake? I don't do that. I tell the crowd to tell, hey, when I say go hard, y'all say go home, and then I say go hard, they go home, and I drop the leg drop real quick.
And Marcus said you and Steamboat in his prime would be good.
Oh yeah, I think that would be definitely good because I realize he got the best arm drags in wrestling to me. So I'll be trying to get it like when I want to do an arm drag, I want to do an arm drag just like him.
Steamboat made everything look so easy, like it came so natural to him that it looked like he wasn't even trying. Which of
I
course
remember them old Steamboat and Flair matches.
Yeah.
Or even Steamboat and Savage in WrestleMania 3. That was just like man.
Have you gotten a chance to work with any other names besides Ellsworth?
Unfortunately, I haven't yet. But September 24th in JRTW, I will be facing in a 5-way alongside Jay Hayes, Sanji, and the amazing Pookie, and it's going to be Shannon Moore. And I'm so excited about that. My promoter from JRTW, Steven, he was like, "I got a surprise for you." I'm like, "What you got? Like you facing this person?" And he sent me a picture. I'm like, "What? Shannon Moore?" like I ain't mark out, but like a little kid in me just came out like, ooh, because people don't understand Shannon Moore. Shannon Moore was pretty good, especially in WCW. He was pretty good, and nobody knew who he was. Like when you pay attention to the big cards or even the lower tier cards, and you see how they work, man, it's something.
Go ahead, Dad.
When you work with a guy, for you, it's so far just been Ellsworth. Do you get nervous at all?
I was nervous until it was time for us to go up. Because I was like, man, I want to impress him. I don't want to hurt him. I don't like. It was all these thoughts. But once it got closer, the nerves went away, and I just looked at Ellsworth like somebody, just one whoever I ever faced. Like I ain't gonna say he's no different because he's still a big name, but if he wrestling me just like I wrestle everyone else that I have wrestled for, it's pretty much the same thing. Second nature. It's like second nature.
Is where's the JICW at? Is that in Martinsville?
Yes, that's the one in Martinsville.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that was the one in Martinsville. Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't made it. We haven't made it over there to one of their shows yet. We'll have to
we-
make it over there one day.
well, y'all should come. September 24th is the actually the last show of the year, but it's a Austin Fury
Yep.
invitational. It's a dedication to him. God rest his soul. It's still kind of fortunate, like how it just all happened. I mean, I ain't gonna get into too much details, but it's just like 1 minute he was there, and next minute he's gone. So my advice to everybody: tell everyone you love them. You never know when their last day gonna be.
Yep, that's 100% true. But yeah, we're kind of waiting to see what happens. We might be there on the 24th, but we don't know for sure yet because we're waiting to see. We might be at DCCW if they have their show.
Yeah,
If
that's
they don't have their show, we might be there in Martinsville for because Jared Kripke had talked to us about maybe coming there to that show
Yeah, I think
because
Jerry will be there. I'm not sure. I gotta, I'm just, I'll just wait and see. But I think Jerry will be there. It's gonna be a lot of us, and it's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be emotional, but we're gonna make the fun out of it.
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see Jared this week, this Sunday in Danville, Indiana.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I wish I could go, but I don't mind resting up. I'm 34 years old, so it don't look like it, but I want to at least try to reserve my body until I get to that big point, and then when I'm big name like TNA or anybody like I said who wants me the most, then I'll give you all.
What is your ultimate goal in the business? Is that still like your ultimate goal to get on TV and work for one of the bigger companies, or I mean,
Definitely, that's pretty much all. That should be everybody's goal is just to get to the next level.
yeah,
And I know like it started off small, just one promotion, then it grew to two, and then it grew to three, and then started going to four. And I had other promotions reaching out to me, and I'm like, I'm going. But the ultimate goal is to get on TV, and like no matter what company, it could be WWE, AEW, Impact, you know, something is to get your name in there, and then you're on TV, and now they recognize who you are, and then from there you just gotta just keep building.
yeah. And with Triple H being in charge at WWE now, I think that's going to help a lot of people's because I think NXT is going to change again.
Yep.
I mean, I think you give
Yeah,
it 5 or 6 months, you're going to see a big difference over there.
I literally said this on my Facebook. Said now I got a legit chance to go to WWE because Vince was all about the big, swole, muscular guys, and which is fine and all, but it don't have to be everybody don't need to be that big. With Triple H, he looked at talent. And my homie Jonathan, yes, we got the same name. He was like, he literally thought I was like, "Oh, you going to WWE for real?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just saying because Vince gone and Triple H look at talent. He's like, you know what? You make sense. That's right." And I know I got all the talent in the world, and hopefully somebody will send my tape to Triple H and say, "Hey, look at this guy, and maybe you can sign him."
Go ahead, Deb.
I think Triple H. We'll see, but I would not be surprised if he don't make NXT again into a separate brand, and then maybe start a fourth. I won't even say brand, but maybe a fourth show on the network that would be more for the newer talent. I would not be surprised because of one thing because he believed in having a brand that was separate from WWE and different, from the Raw and SmackDown. That I think he believes in that, and I say also some of it ego. I mean, Vince came in and tore it all down, and of course he's bringing a lot of those people back, the ones that he can, that's not signed somewhere else. I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised to see him make NXT, and I wouldn't say black and gold. but I don't think it's going to be 2.0. I think it'll be another separate brand, another option for wrestling fans, and then
Yeah,
maybe
I think they should keep the color scheme. I think it separate everything from what it used to be. But yeah, drop the 2.0, bring back some of the wrestlers that they haven't signed, like that's been released, and then just ease them right back. And then, like you said, make another brand. It don't have to be NXT. It could be something else, like some type of. It could be involved since they actually bought involved. They
yep.
can just have involved, bring that back, and then let them. They were like, hey, if you want to try out, this is your opportunity, and then be exclusive to the network for Evolve, and let NXT, SmackDown, Raw, all of them be on national television like USA Network and the Fox Network and everything like that. That's what
Yeah,
I
I
would think.
did see. Yeah, I did see that. And I don't remember the guy's name because he wasn't a big name, but one of the main writers that was for NXT got let go a few years ago, a couple years ago. They just brought him back, re-signed him, and I guess he was there for 7 or 8 years, and he was
Mm,
one of the better writers. So they brought him back in now also. So yeah, I definitely think that they're going to build something there. Plus, I think you're going to see some of the good guys that's in NXT 2.0. Of course, Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes, and some of the guys are going to be moving up maybe soon, maybe after WrestleMania, who knows? But I think they're definitely going to be moving up sooner or later.
definitely, they are, and I can't wait to see them in the main roster. They're gonna be big, huge stars to me in the main roster. Just give it some time. You don't have to. You can shoot them to the moon, but you also can baby step them. Either way it goes, it's going to be beneficial for all parties.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you had any? And you don't have to name the promotion or even the incident. Have most of your experiences been pretty good, or have you had any bad experience?
Oh, I'm up. Every promotion I went to was none but love. Everybody treat everybody like a family. So I'm not. I ain't gonna say all promotions, but the promotions I have did work for, I was treated with the utmost respect, and I gave it right back. And I would love to go back whenever they got time and everything. So, but no bad experience, no heat or anything. Like I have issues with some wrestlers, but it's just small issues where you could just leave that alone and keep it professional and just keep it going because you don't want that to affect everybody and then affect the vibe from the locker room. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I can say for all locker rooms that whatever beef they had with anybody, they leave it at the door and you wouldn't even tell they even have beef.
Well, everybody's got ego, so no matter what, big or small, everybody's got ego. So I'm sure that can uh, flare up a little bit. But I mean, yeah, like I said, as long as you stay professional, that's the main thing that matters.
Yeah, like you're right. Everybody does have an ego, and my best friend says she don't, but I tell her like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You just don't show it. That's the thing. You don't show it, and that's a good thing about it. Like if you don't show it, everybody gonna look at it like, oh, you just so humble. And everybody should be humble. We in the business for one or the other reason. So
But then when you do show it, that doesn't all the time mean that you're not humble either. But I mean, some people will take it the wrong way. But sometimes you can still have an ego a little bit, but that and still be humble at the same time. You just
mhm.
can't. You just don't want to go overboard with the ego.
Yeah, you can't just if you go overboard with it, then it's gonna hurt your stock because
Yeah.
you might not get another booking anywhere else because of that. So
Yeah,
that's why you gotta always stay professional. It's not hard. Like it's not hard to be professional.
yeah.
Just sometimes you gotta shut up, leave it be, and just keep going. Like one quick story, like I almost left my home fed because certain things, some people were saying certain things I didn't like. Like one of my head trainers, I'm older than him. Like I'm legit older than him, so I'm looking at him like, how are you talking to me some type of way? And I've been here longer than you. But I had come to realize he got more years of experience than me, so I had to listen and understand where he was coming from. And it took some time, but then when I realized it and I sat down and thought about it, I'm like, okay, I see why. I'm sometimes I wish he said it another way, but if that's the way you was taught, and that's how you're gonna bring it out because that's what you thought, then I understand truly. And it gave me more respect for him because now the trouble that he went through when he was going, learning the business and everything.
How hard is it going to like a new federation and working with the guy that you've never worked with before? Because I know it's not like you guys have a long time to talk or anything, talk and put the match together beforehand. So how hard is that to be able to have that chemistry together and to be able to keep each other safe?
Well, honestly, it's not that really that hard because all you gotta do is just to ask them what you comfortable with. And when you come to a new federation, it's like, yeah, it's new faces you probably haven't seen before, or you might seen wrestle one of your peoples before, and like, oh, I've seen you before. It's not really that hard. So I go in every federation the same way I go into any professional places, just being myself, smiling, greet everybody, and then whoever I'm facing, talk to them like, look, this is what I do, this is what I do, and just try to make sure the story makes sense. Because anybody could do this, everybody could do a moonsault, this and that. But if you could put the moves, if you could put a story together and without doing much, that's how your chemistry will grow from there.
We
Yep, and that's what people remember that story way more than they're going to remember a move.
Hmm.
we go to a seminar with the Rock and Roll Express, and it was just awesome. And it wasn't, I mean, they got in the ring with everybody and stuff, but they didn't show a lot. It was just basically more how to work on TV and how to work a crowd, and which I thought was really interesting. It wasn't about of course, they're 60 some years old, so they're not going to do some of the moves that they did back, in the 80s. But it was just little things that was just real simple things that you would think you would already know, but that meant so much to work a crowd. And I thought it was really informative and really cool.
Yeah, Robert Gibson said the same thing because we had him a couple times in our shows, and he always preached that every time, like work the crowd, just learn how to work the crowd, even if there's no TV involved. Like we don't get no TV, we don't no cameras or nothing. You can still work a crowd, and yeah, Gibson is one of the best. That's why he's a true pioneer in the business.
Oh yeah, going to that seminar with him and Morton was awesome. Getting to talk to him and just basically pick their brain about the wrestling business a little bit, just the stories and stuff they have. It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah,
And
you pick anybody brain, like that's what you do. You always ask questions. Like when I went to Mike Bennett seminar, I was asking all types of questions. Uh, JTG, I was on the pre-show at New Wave. I was on the pre-show and he was on the show, and I was just asking types of questions like, this and that. And of course, I asked the stupid questions like, "Why did you sell the Cobra like that?" And he just told me like, "Hey, I was leaving, so I might as well leave a Impact." So I was like, "Okay, I understand that," but both of them, they was just giving me all type of knowledge, and I still ask questions to these days, even the ones who haven't made it in the main promotions like Willie the Bomb Richardson, like one of my trainers. I still ask questions because he got a lot of knowledge. He's been around the block and he knows, you know, what's happening in the business, what to do, what not to do. So you still can learn, no matter how many years you're in. You can still learn the business.
Yeah, you can always learn something new. Marcus Fine says if the crowd is not in it, match doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter, but I mean, as long as you put your best effort,
yeah,
it's gonna be all right. Like next time, you just got to do better.
yeah. Well,
And
there's
it's kind of hard to work a crowd when a crowd's just there just to get out the house. But if they actually into it, it's gonna be easy peasy. Like my match in E-Vision, I had a triple threat match, and it was the first match. Soon my music hit and I came out, I had the biggest pop thus far in my career. Like I was like, wow. Like I didn't even do my little let's go, let's go. I just let it like I let it like I just felt the energy and I'm like, I just need to just come out. And man, it was great. So once you get the crowd from the beginning, everything else is gonna come second nature. You could just do one punch and then boom, crowd gonna pop.
Yeah, when we saw the Rock and Roll Express that night, I think they done one offensive move the whole 10 or 15-minute match. And they beat the hell out of the other guys by doing basically making them guys hit each other and stuff. But that one bumped the whole match.
Yeah.
And that crowd was going crazy the whole time.
They wrestled the highlight reel. That's who they wrestled. It was pretty cool.
Oh, the twins?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I love the twins, man. They good guys. I've been trying to get them the PRW, but right now I ain't gonna say much. But we trying to take care of some things before we get back into getting to our shows. But we are coming. Beware, PRW is coming. We'll be back real soon before you know it.
Is that in Illinois?
Yes, that's in Illinois. Well, it's Illinois and Indiana. It's like Hammond, Chicago Heights. So
Okay.
So we in the Midwest, but that's pretty much our main thing.
I go through that almost through that way, kind of that way when I go up to Chicago to see my daughter. So.
Yeah, we're going
we're
maybe
trying to get some shows in Chicago more, but it's so hard to find a good spot where everybody could be safe because like growing up in the South Side, I seen a lot, and it's like people keep saying, "Oh, you live in Chicago, you must live a rough lifestyle." I'm like, no, I actually had a good lifestyle. I was close to being in that, but I had people that motivated me to stay on course. And I wasn't like into wrestling. Like I was into it because I was a big fan, but I wasn't trying to do wrestling as a young child. I was playing basketball. Even anything you want to do, and then you got the right mindset, stick with it. Don't let the streets mess with you.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen a lot of people. So, did you play basketball in high school?
Yes, I did. I went to Harlem Community Academy High School in Chicago. Played against Derrick Rose, and when during his time in high school, we were actually in the same grade. And I still talk about his career to this day. Like, man, he was so fast and so talented, and it's like, oh, in fact, there's a picture online of me looking up and him dunking. Everybody thinking he's dunking on me. I'm like, no, he's all the way in the air. I'm back. I'm not trying to get him.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have hurt his knee, who knows how good of career he would have had.
Yes, indeed, and it's unfortunate, but I'm happy he's still doing it, doing something he loves to do, and putting Chicago and still represent Chicago to the fullest.
Yep.
Have you done any like hardcore matches or anything like that?
No, not yet. I mean, I'm willing to do some, as long as it's safe. I ain't trying to go crazy with it. Like somebody told me, "Oh, you want to do thumbtacks?" No, I'll do Legos, but I will not do thumbtacks. Because I've had to like feel the pain that I'm pain still getting taken out of. So, but I wasn't do hardcore matches. I'm all for it. And in fact, me and my main trainer, we talked about having a street fight, and I'm told him I'm all for it. I'm ready. After seeing DJ face Mickey Knuckles and they little street fight, I'm like, you know what? If she could do it, and me and her grew up in the same neighborhood, I know I can do it.
All right. You got anything else, Dad?
No, I think I'm good. Really nice meeting you, man. I'm hoping to get to see you wrestle soon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you guys get your organization going back up, maybe we can get up north and check it out sometime.
Oh, definitely. Well, just go ahead, follow PRW on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We all got social media. Go follow that. Go check out our YouTube channel as well. You can catch up on our stories on what's happening, on how DJ became the first ever PRW heavyweight champion, or how me and Ellsworth have our match and everything. And yeah, please check it out.
Now, you said you were going to be in a 5-way, and it's going to have I can't remember his name.
Shannon Moore.
Shannon Moore. When is that?
September 24th. That's at JCW.
Well, maybe we might get to see you there. We'll see.
We should know within the next few days.
It just depends on our home promotion. If they've got a show, we've got to go with our home promotion because they gave us our stars. So, but if not,
you always go with your home promotion, no matter what. Whatever you started at and train at, always go back home. Like, not saying you don't want to be bogus to the other promotion, but it's like you at home, you gotta honor home, and it was times I had to do that, but they understood because at least that's sometimes some problems in wrestling. For some wrestlers, they don't want to tell their home fed what they're doing. So sometimes, or the other promotion, always give them the heads up, and they will respect you more.
Yeah, like with us, they were the first ones that let us live stream and do commentary and everything. And then he also got us hooked up with some other promotions. So it's like, if you have a show, that's where we're going to be at. And then all the other weekends we fill in with. We're all over the place. We usually do live stream 4 or 5 shows a month.
Also, I hope y'all bring that here to us one day. But like I said, once I get the schedule together, I definitely will shoot that to y'all and for y'all to come down and enjoy it. You never know who we might have in PRW because when I first started, we had Al Snow, Mr. Hughes, of course, Robert Gibson, Sabu. Now we just recently got James Ellsworth, who, like I said, he loves the culture for our locker room, and he'll be back soon. We got a lot of people, man. We still bringing in some more people soon. So definitely, I'll shoot y'all as soon as I get more info. I will definitely shoot that to y'all.
Definitely.
Yeah, our home promotion is going to have Mick Foley next month, next month, October. We're going to Boogeyman Mick Foley.
I want to go, but I'm booked.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all. Because I can't, like, when you try to meet somebody like that, like Mick Foley or anybody that's been in there for 20, 30 plus years, been in WCW or WWE or ECW or any major promotion, and you just get a chance to prick their brains and see what you can do to build yourself, and that's a big thing.
Well, before we get out of here, go ahead and plug all your stuff. Let people know where they can find you.
All right, man. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Jon Scrutch, or I am Jon Scrutch, all one word. TikTok as well. I also got a Twitch channel. Sometimes I do some gaming. Sometimes I do some reacting. No matter what, but everything is Jon Scrutch except for Snapchat. Snapchat is Go Hard Scrutch. Go follow me. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel where I put all my matches on. So if any match you like to see, go check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Go hard or go home.
And man, I appreciate you coming on. You're welcome to come back on anytime.
Definitely.
We get to see you wrestle live here before too long. Yeah. But you're more welcome to come back on anytime. Anytime you want to come on and talk some wrestling, you're more welcome to.
Oh, best believe I got you. Oh yeah, one more plug. I forgot Pro Wrestling Tees because I saw y'all a little merch thing. I got a Pro Wrestling Tees. You want to get a t-shirt? Go search my name as well. I'm sorry, it slipped my mind because I saw it said merch. Like, I forgot to put in my merch thing.
Hey, you gotta get that merch out there.
Yep.
Especially the way gas prices are now. You gotta get that merch out there.
Oh yes, I got to.
Ooh.
But thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. You will see me again. Okay. And hopefully, maybe one day you'll see me and DJ together, or even my girl, Baby Disaster. She might pop on.
All right, yeah, I'm definitely going to get a hold of DJ about coming on and getting something set up. So, and like I said, we'll get you back on again as well.
Yep. All right, can't wait, man. Appreciate it. This is a great live stream. Everybody who's watching, continue to support Gonzo and them. Please, they are amazing. They talk about not just wrestling, but every sport.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a show at 11 o'clock tonight, sports talk show. So if you like sports, at Gonzo Sports Room,
I'm gonna try, but you know, I got another life I got to take care of, so I'm gonna try.
Oh, I know what you're saying, but all right. Well, you have a good night, and well, hopefully we'll get to see you soon.
Yep, definitely will, man. Appreciate y'all.
You're welcome. And thanks everybody for watching. We will see you guys. Like I said, tonight I'm live at 11 o'clock for Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. is our baseball show. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think. Oh, then we got Easy Money and Sports Betting show tomorrow too at 3. And then we're going to re-air Warrior Pro Wrestling Fair Fight. They're Warrior Pro Wrestling from Danville, Indiana. Their show last month. We're going to replay it tomorrow night just to kind of get everybody ready for their next show this Sunday. So if you want to see some pro wrestling, check it out Thursday night 9 p.m. But other than that, I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Everybody have a good night.